For 2014, NADA Used Car Guide expects another phenomenal year for used car prices. Currently, our forecast anticipates about a 1 to 2% drop compared to 2013, which is a really strong showing, which means that vehicle depreciation will increase probably about 1% compared to the historically low depreciation that we witnessed in 2013. And this will be driven off of sound fundamentals of supply and demand, where demand will in 2014 will be driven partly by replacement demand from the aging vehicle fleet, which is about 11 and a half years old, much like 13, but also from the onslaught of new products that are coming out in 2014. And anyone that's been to an auto show in 13 and seen the new product designs and innovation, as well as the improved fuel economy and horsepower, will attest to the fact that the pool of new vehicles coming out will be great drivers of bringing consumers into the showroom to see the new product. From a supply standpoint, 2014 is going to be very similar to what we saw in 13 from an overall pool. And when I talk about the pool of used vehicles, the 0 to 8-year-old vehicles, which are really the crux of what is sold in the franchise dealer network, that pool remains fairly stable year over year. What does change, which is a really great thing for franchise dealers and for CPO vehicles, is that mix of vehicles in that 0 to 8 pool is going to shift to late model use. So the lease returns and the fleet returns are going to actually increase, which means more availability for vehicles that will qualify for manufacturer CPO programs. So expect 2014 to break another record for CPO sales. In addition to that, several brands are going to have a lot of availability, especially the domestics, and this is from changes in leasing programs, where in 2009, the domestic manufacturers essentially pulled out of leasing. In 2010, they started to trickle back. 2011 is when leasing really came back into play for the domestics, and those vehicles will now be returning in 2014. So we expect a really nice supply of late model used vehicles, which are great for CPO sales.